imagine. I don't know how it happened, but I missed the first date bus when I was in my early teens. In addition to school, I've always been in a lot of activities, like music, archery, and fencing, so I literally had no time for dating. Archery and fencing seem like they would be good hobbies to meet a guy, right? But not in my case. I was in a girl-only class for fencing, and the archery club had only 2 boys, both of which were much younger than me. It looked like statistics was playing a bad joke on me. I even tried approaching guys at school, but I was too shy to show off like other girls. So, all the normal guys were quickly occupied, but you guessed it, not by me. Compared to me, Sheila, my close friend, was a real expert in dating. She analyzed my case and suggested going on a blind date to kickstart my new social life. After a brief chat using a dating app, we scheduled a date for the next week with someone named Sean. Sheila had done this numerous times, so she gave me detailed instructions on how to act. First, I was supposed to make sure that the guy looked the same as on the dating app. As Sheila says, the one who lies once will keep on lying. Then, I was supposed to keep my distance to let him know that I was interested in a long-term relationship. Third, I had to talk about guy stuff to keep him interested in the conversation. Luckily, I also watched football from time to time with my dad, so this didn't seem like a problem. Finally, I was supposed to ask some questions to get to know Sean better. It looked like I was 100% ready to charm Sean. But, on the big day, everything went wrong. Sean looked pretty much like he did online. He was just much less confident. I decided to take the lead and stretched my hand out for a handshake and almost hit Sean as he suddenly rushed to hug me. It was the most awkward hug ever. I hope no one saw it. We walked to the park in complete silence. Soon, I had lost any hope that Sean would start a conversation. Sheila said that a normal guy should be able to do that, so Sean got the second strike in just the first 10 minutes. I asked how Sean felt about a recent football game. His answer surprised me a lot. Sean said he didn't like to discuss stuff like that. Why don't we discuss something more romantic, like the Mortal Instruments? Seriously, if Sheila were there, she would give Sean the third and biggest strike. I have nothing against the Mortal Instruments or Twilight or anything like that. It just seemed like a girly book for a guy to be reading. So I dropped the topic before it went too far. Silence fell between us again. I was becoming more and more confident in the fact that my first date was about to fail. But this was just the beginning. I gave Sean a final chance to make up for everything and asked about his hobbies. For a moment, he looked very inspired, as if he remembered something that could possibly save the situation. He opened his backpack. Maybe he had a present for me? He looked inside, then acted like he was hiding something from me, and quickly zipped it up. I guess Sean forgot about my question, because he suddenly started bombarding me with his own. He didn't really listen to the end of my answers either, and it seemed more like an interrogation than a conversation. I was getting nervous, and Sean was approaching the 10th strike mark, after which, according to Sheila, I could leave the date without any excuses. Finally, I must have passed the interview, or maybe Sean just ran out of questions, and I started trying to figure out a good excuse to leave, when he asked if we should have lunch. I said yes, with pretty much no enthusiasm. By the time we got to the pizza place, my unfortunate boyfriend for the day had become very pale. A nice interior and a tasty smell had me believing that some pizza might be able to save my first date from being that bad. They served us our order, and Sean didn't touch the food. was so pale that he was almost green. "Are you okay?" I asked. With a smile, Sean assured that he was fine and went to the bathroom. I waited, but then I started eating slowly. Very slowly. And I finished my pizza, but Sean still hadn't returned from the bathroom. No way, I thought. Sean couldn't have just left me with an unpaid bill. This was going to be the worst first date ever. I was sinking into some bad thoughts about how unlucky I was, and how fortunate Sheila was, about my loneliness, when suddenly there was something clearly going on near the bathrooms. My curiosity got the best of me, and I approached the area. A waiter and some other guy were holding Sean up and leaning him forward. As I found out later, Sean fainted and was found by some guy in the bathroom. Sean seemed like the most miserable guy in the world. A loser like me again. Well, yes, Sean did do everything wrong. And yes, he seemed like a loser, but I felt so sorry for him that I gave him one last chance. And he told me everything. It turned out that Sean was so anxious before our date that he couldn't eat for the whole day. When he saw pizza, he felt so sick and went to the bathroom, but ended up fainting. He also explained why he was acting so strange. The thing is, this was Sean's first date, so his friends had given him advice on how to look experienced and make a good impression on me. Sean was so afraid to forget the instructions that he jotted them down on a list. This is what he was looking for in his backpack. I laughed as Sean read his friends' ideas out loud about romantic topics that girls like to discuss. In the end, I liked Sean's honesty, and we decided to go out one more time. Here's a little secret. Our second date was a totally normal one, just like the third one, and the fourth one. You get it. Like and share this video if you've also had a messed up first date like I did. Share your failed first date story.